What's going on, y'all? Hope all is well. Another episode of Convos with the CFP Mario Payne in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. Rain is coming down. Rain is coming down. Before we get started, though, like, share, subscribe, man. Click that like button so y'all can get zapped into that YouTube algorithm that, programs us all. But it is what it is, though. It's 2023. Also, bada boom, bada bing. Look at that. Check out my book, The Relaxed Investor. It's on pre-order. Your boy trying to be a bestseller after 16 years of practicing, 11 years as a certified financial planner, trying to be a bestseller. So again, you can pre-order on Amazon or go to our website, Relaxed Investor. Support your boy. Anyways, though, today I want to go over a conversation I had with a client. They said, hey, I just saw this YouTube video and I want you to let me know what you think. It's how to make money on other people's money. And I was like, can you really do that? Can you make money on other people's money? So we're going to watch the video. I'm going to react to it, check it out, let you know. Can you do it? Can you not do it? I don't know. Let's go.
We all dream of wealth and prosperity.
Uh-oh.
But the journey to financial freedom, it's often paved with hurdles, heartache, and hard work.
Uh-oh.
But what if I told you that there's another way?
It is?
A less trodden path, a secret strategy that successful tycoons have been using for years. Welcome to How to Get Rich with Other People's Money.
I don't know, y'all. I mean, my first time watching this, I don't know.
Place where we deconstruct the art of leveraging, where we demystify the world of investment, and where we show you the ropes to enable financial freedom. Are you ready to take control of your financial future?
Now, we all want to take control of our financial future. So definitely agree with her on this. Getting rich with other people's money. So you don't want to judge the first thing a person says, but
sit back, open up your mind to possibilities. And let's embark on this transformative journey as we delve into the art of getting rich using what? Write it in the comments for me, rock stars. Other people's money.
All right, rock stars. Okay. Probably like a rock star. Not other people's money, though. You go to jail for that.
Let's not forget, legitimately or legally.
Now you got me. Legitimate and legally. Now you got me. So let's see what you're going to say.
And we take out a loan. By taking out a loan, you're getting access to other people's money.
That's
now,
true.
Here's the silly part.
Okay, if she means it that way, that's true. That's true.
When we buy the car, we drive to work, we park that car for 8 to 10 hours on average in a day. Then we run a few errands here and there. And then we drive it home and we park it for another 8 to 10 hours in a garage or in a parking lot. Now, to drive this car, you must make a loan payment because you have taken people's money.
Now, so far, everything she's saying is true. And this is why Uber, when it came out years ago, we thought it was going to revolutionize cars. And it has, right? I don't know the last time. I think international, when I'm out internationals, I get in more taxes than here domestically. But what people thought they would do is replace cars. I park my car, it's chilling there for 8, 10 hours at a time. It's just sitting there. So the thought process was we could just Uber, or we can rent our car to Uber and then have people run errands in our car, right? Come to find out, us Americans, we want our stuff because it's our car. And you can't take my car from me, and you can't tell me how to drive my car. But let's get back.
And you're going to spend, let's say on average, anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per month.
The average 5-year car loan right now is $732. Think about that. That's $9,000 a year. Average income being $48,000, and we're spending before taxes now, because Uncle Sam gonna get his state tax unless you live in Florida or Texas or some other place. Federal tax 25 to 33% depending on where you're at. So literally a fourth, 25% of what we make goes to my car payment. That's tough.
Let's say the value of the vehicle that you buy is 35,000 US dollars or the equivalent.
Okay.
When you pay this money for 7 years, you're going to pay back about 70,000 US dollars. So
the sticker price is $35,000, and over 7 years, I spend $70,000. What sense does that make? That's like going into a store saying, I want those shoes for $100, but I'm not going to give you $100. I'm going to give you $200. Who does that? That's why, from a recommendation standpoint, I have my clients and me myself drive that car until the wheels fall off. If you have no car payment, you are in such a great space. Let's say you do have an old car, and let's say it's going to cost $3,000 or $4,000 a year for maintenance. I'd rather you spend $3,000 or $4,000 a year in maintenance than spend, in this case, $9,000 a year in a car payment, right? Over 3 years, the car payment, $27,000, the maintenance, $9,000, let's say $10,000. That's over $15,000 that you save. We can use that to pay down debt, pay down our house, or of course get into a certified financial planner like myself and invest that money. But man, $35,000 is now $70,000 in 7 years. Oh, that hurts.
So basically, at the end of the loan tenure, you have paid twice as much for the car. But okay, that's not so bad. If you're paying $300 per month to cover insurance, petrols, tolls, license, registration, that's now $25,000.
Her graphics on point, ain't they? Man, who's her editor?
Dollars for the 7 years that you are paying back this loan to the bank.
The message is good. So I'm giving her credit. The message is good, but the graphics is throwing me off when she's talking. You know, what's that, a Lamborghini or Ferrari, whatever it is, ain't a $70,000 car, I know that much. That's throwing me off.
In essence, you're paying 3 times the value of the vehicle to park it for 18 hours per day. Does that make sense, rock stars?
Well, we're profiteers over here, but everybody could be a rock star. Party like a rock star.
What I just explained is what the poor do with other people's money when they get access to it in the form of a loan. Now, let me explain what the rich will do with the same situation with other people's money from one simple vehicle purchase. So the rich starts working, they have the same decision to make, but here's the difference. They take out that loan from the bank, so they're using other people's money, but instead of putting it on a liability like a car is, because it's really costing you money, what they do is they figure out a way to buy that same car, but to make it income generating.
Income generating car. Uber? Turo. Let's see.
The first option is that they take that loan, they buy the car, but they identify an organization that they can partner with who will rent their vehicle for them, or they start their own little rental car business with one vehicle.
So buy a car, have an organization use your car throughout the day when you're at work, and then when you're done with work, your car is back to you. Practical in theory, reality, but okay.
Now, let's say you take your vehicle and it's a mid-size SUV and you rent it for $120 per day or the equivalent. Now, let's assume conservatively that you rent it for 75% of the month, which works out to about 23 days out of the 30 days in the month.
Okay.
For the month, you're going to earn $2,760.
Okay.
You pay your debt of $500.
Okay, so $2,700 income with the car. My debt is $500. All right, that's $2,200.
And of course, you take out the expenses that you're going to incur to keep this vehicle going, like the insurance, the registration, and all that good stuff. And let's assume that after your $2,760, you have $2,000 left after you have paid your loan. With $2,000 coming in on a monthly basis from your first car, you can approach the bank to procure 3 additional cars.
Oh, there we go. All right. Yes, in theory, right? So it's companies out there called Turo, right? That's the Turo investment that individuals do where they have a car, they rent it out. The issue is that Turo typically does not do 4 hours, 8 hours. It's usually a day or 2 days or 3 days. But also you have to have insurance. Turo insurance is pretty expensive. So I always like to use third parties, right? We can go to Turo and they'll give us information, but I want to go to Reister. So what is Reister? So what percentage does Turo take? They expect 15 to 40% for each trip. So again, use that example, right? $175. We always do the high end. 40%. Right now we're at 110. So 175 turned into 110. As we can see, Turo has car requirements. You need to meet some of the car requirements we won't go over. Oh, you can't have an old school. It has to be at least 12 years or less than 130,000 miles on it. Let's look at the Turo calculator to see, can we really make money? It'll be hot Atlanta. And we're going to have Malibu affordable car, right? Rate of return 73% a year. Woo-hoo-hoo! Vehicle 21,000. My payments 4,349. Now remember, right? Not 4,000, not at all, right? Close to 7,000. Return is 7,000. So here it looks like you're gonna break even. If your car payment to her $7,000 and your earnings is 7,500, that's $40, not 400. $40 a month? I don't know about that. I do not know. Let's continue.
Because now you're earning enough to pay the loan for an additional 3 cars. Now, will this be easy? Probably not. You're going to have to build up the credit rating to qualify, but it's definitely probable because I'm speaking from experience here, rock stars. You now have 4 vehicles.
Practical in theory, yes. In reality, no. I actually have clients that do Turo, and you have to have your own insurance. They have their insurance. There's fees involved. You have to get it cleaned every single time. You think about how much it's going to cost to get detailed. That's going to be $100. Yeah, it's a lot more bells and whistles from expense standpoint. I would recommend, if you want to go this way, save up money, buy a car cash. We buy a car cash. We don't have a loan. And now we get to really rent it out and make all of the profits compared to a loan. Or if you have your car, we continue to pay it down and then pay it off. When that car is paid off, guess what? We don't have a loan. And since it's paid off, we can now use that extra money that we was going towards a loan to save. Save. Using this example, for $7,000 a year, in 2 years, that's $15,000. We can negotiate and buy a car probably from auction at $15,000. Now, 2 years later, you had to wait, but that $15,000 buys a car, and now you can do that Turo play, and you don't got to worry about how many people rent it out on a month-to-month basis. You're not paying that $700 a month for your car note. It's all income. So in theory, yes, but it works a lot better practical-wise when you are not having a car payment.
And if you take out all your loan and expenses, you will net about $8,000 in a month. And if you take out all your loan and expenses, you will net about $8,000 in a month. And on those 7 days that the vehicle
$8,000 a month is $96,000 a year.
is not rented, if they need to go on an excursion, they'll do so and plan it within that time. They don't need to own a vehicle to have great experiences because they realize that a critical key to wealth is sacrifice.
So, good information. Great strategy. Practically using in real life, though, I don't know. What I would recommend from this as a certified financial planner, again, we don't get a car loan. We don't buy a car getting a loan. We buy a car cash. We don't have to worry about us getting a loan, paying $600, $700, $800 a month, put on Turo, only getting $400 or $500, right? If I spend $800, because again, you don't get the full 100% of $175, or if you rent it out for $200, you don't get $200, you get 60% of that. So you get $120. Then you got to clean it. So think about it. If you get it detailed every 3 days for $100, our money's going down, down, down. We're not making as much, right? So what I would recommend is that we buy a car cash, do it that way. But comment below, is this a good strategy or bad strategy? She got 16 minutes, so I might do another one just to do a part 1 and part 2. But shouts out to my client for asking me to talk about this. And that's why you have a certified financial planner like myself. Anyways, y'all, love is love. Let's make some paper profits together. Peace.
And you just wanna get paid, tired of making the money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Painful profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, painful profits to help you seek change, yeah. Cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Bitch at the check, you knowing it could be different, you know.